Hey guys, Coach Gethin here from CoachGethin.com, and today we're going to talk about conditioning the obliques. So the obliques are the muscles around the side of the abdominal wall. And what I will say about the obliques is that a lot of people think that their main responsibility is rotation. But I would beg to differ. I would say that the main responsibility of the obliques is anti-rotation or the prevention of movement. So if you was to consider your skeleton, here's the pelvis, here's the rib cage. What skeleton structure do we have between the pelvis and the rib cage? Just the lumbar vertebrae. And if we only have the lumbar vertebrae, that means we're heavily reliant on all the musculature here to stop us from moving about and putting that lumbar spine out of place. So how do we implement anti-rotation into our core stability routine? So let's start off with the Russian twist. The Russian twist is quite a popular exercise. So you have a nice tall posture, you point the locus of your top up to the sky, you keep your knees together and your ankles together, and from here you go side to side. Now when a lot of people do the Russian twist, they cross their legs over. And not only does that take engagement away from the lower abs, that actually stops the anti-rotational property of the exercise. As soon as you put your feet together, you may find your knees want to split apart or they want to rock side to side. And your job should be to prevent that. So, given a choice, do the Russian twist with your ankles and knees together, logos pointing up to the sky, and here. There's two ways to put intensity onto the Russian twist. You can either put your hands higher, therefore putting more weight on your shoulders, pulling you down to the ground. Put your hands higher, or lean back a little further. Just make sure all the way through those logos are pointing up to the sky. Try not to round your back. But if you are struggling, keep your heels anchored into the floor, knees pointing up to the sky. So if you have lower back pain, this is what you need to do. If you feel more tension on your thighs, as opposed to your abs, this is what you need to do, starting off until you can slowly go back. But the same principle applies. Stop those knees from rocking side to side. So that's how you do a Russian twist. And if you was to take a look at a leg drop, I do love a good leg drop. Very similar principle applies. From here, you go down, slowly taking your time, and then you come up. You go down slowly, and then you come up. And this kind of works in the opposite way. As opposed to trying to stop my legs from moving, I'm trying to stop my shoulders from peeling off the floor. So you never want to go over the top with rotational exercises. We don't have a lot of rotation in our lumbar spine before we actually do some damage to the disc. Another exercise I'm quite a fan of, and I'm sure I'll make a video another time on this one, is the standing barbell twist, where you actually hold the barbell, you go down to one side, the opposite end of the barbell is in the corner of the floor, and then you go back up. Because again, that works anti-rotation. So whenever you're working on the obliques, don't focus on rotation, focus on trying to prevent specific movements, such as in the Russian twist, prevent leg movement. And in the leg drop, stop those shoulders from peeling off the floor.